Welcome to another epic episode of the Chocolate Strawberries Champagne podcast. Your host is Małgosia Stanislawski, also known as Margo. She is a best-selling author, international life coach, and mentor specializing in mindset, wellness, and energetics. She is also passionate about teaching people how to have clear skin and likes to share her tips on reverse aging philosophy. She is a former runway model and a fashion stylist with a vast knowledge of the beauty industry. Margo's rare set of skills allows her to provide exclusive guidance for women who seek assistance with overall transformation and life upgrades. Each episode of the Chocolate Strawberries Champagne podcast is designed to shift your perspective and empower you so you can step into living a unique version of your dream life. Here's Margo.
Hi, this is Margo, and today I want to talk to you about embodiment and the identity upgrade. So I remember my mom saying always to me that I just love all the people. And, I just adore when she says that about me. And I have to be honest. The truth is I don't agree with many people, but at the same time, I see where they come from. And it's my gift. It was always my gift. I just didn't realize it for so many years. I can see the blocks. I can see certain patterns that make people think and be the way they are. So I feel like I hold the medicine, the solution for the better world and also for the dream life creation. However, is everybody listening though, right? I can be talking all day long. I can be, writing, sharing my heart and soul on the social media. But does it guarantee me the audience? Of course it doesn't. Is everybody listening to me? Of course not. And I have to tell you, I used to put a lot of pressure on myself. It just created lots of stress for me. I wanted to convince people that there is a better way of creating the life they desire. And I felt like it was my, responsibility to speak loud enough so everybody would hear me out, right? So at some point, I actually understood that it was burning me out deeply, and it's not my responsibility at all to change the way of thinking for people. Undeniably, I wanted to inspire people and, to create change in people's perspective, from just being myself, from just being my authentic self, and, showing the world that the dream life and freedom is possible, because I am the walking proof of creating my life of freedom from scratch. And just as a side note, because not everybody knows me, not everybody read my book, Worthy, by the way. It's the memoir and the just like I poured my heart and soul into that book. It's a guide, but it's more of a memoir and deeply activating source of wisdom, basically. Programs and codes and all of the other things that would just kind of activate you deeply from the soul. And yeah, so that was a side note. And there is the PS, another side note. So if you don't know me, I want to tell you that I actually come from Poland, which I was born there. I was raised there. And back then it was a communist country. I was raised by a single parent, my mom, who, who always worked hard, and she was trying to provide for the best life, we could have imagined at that time for ourselves. So she was really working hard, and she was always working, it feels like to me, when I'm actually thinking of the past. My father left me and my mom when I was only 3 or 4 years old, and he actually started a new family in the same town. So imagine how heartbreaking that was. Of course, I didn't really comprehend it at that time, the depth of that situation. However, the bottom line is I don't come from money, and obviously I had every possible reason to feel unworthy and like I'm not enough, right? So back to the topic, you can always inspire people, but you cannot make people change their life. And I know, now I understand that my role as a teacher ends there, unless somebody hires me, right? And wants to work with me privately or takes one of my programs. But you are here to inspire. You cannot control people. People need to be ready. So a certain person, your future client, they need to be ready to hear you out. And then, the mind is actually available to absorb the knowledge, the wisdom, the information, whatever it is, the guidance. If the readiness is not there, what you say won't be received. And that's huge. And that was, like I said, that, in the past, that was something I was really struggling with, because I really wanted to talk to everybody. And there is a saying, when you try to talk to everybody, you are talking to no one, basically, right? So we have to be okay with that. You cannot change someone who doesn't want to change, period. So that's something I really want to share with you, from the years of my experience. It's just, you cannot control people. And we don't want to control people, actually. As women, that's not our feminine flow. That's not our feminine energy. We don't want to control people. That's like the worst we could do to our flow of life, to our energetics. So this desire needs to come from within, from your heart, from your soul, and only then it can stick and create true embodiment in you, right? So you have to desire to change. You make that decision. So you make a decision that enough is enough. I'm fed up of this, and now I want to change. And it's just like an energetic yes, like a full body yes to change, right? And then we are creating true embodiment from that point. And that's what we want, right? That's what we want. We want true embodiment. So from that point of allowing, it starts to become almost effortless, because the codes that you are absorbing, the reprogramming of your mind, right? It can be easily implemented. You're just like ready, you're open to receive. And once you start seeing that change, it almost seems like, the embodiment is when you actually don't need any mental preparation to say something, to do something, to reflect on something in a way, or, to guide someone. It's like within you. It's part of you. You can't really detach it from yourself. It's just you. It's your authenticity. It's you. You are being the person. And this is how you build your identity, so you can become a match for what you desire in life. So it's very important to understand this. You need to allow and invite and welcome change into your life, right? And then your mind, your psyche, it starts absorbing everything. You are not rejecting anything. It's just like, actually, it sinks in deeper and deeper and deeper. And then you use your thinking process to kind of inquire within yourself, right? Question yourself, create that doubt in your mind about things that used to be your patterns. And that's how you really go and inject the new ways of life and of just being, in your life. So the secret really is the embodiment of the version of you that has it all. So the lifestyle you want, the relationships you want, the body you want, the business you dream of, and so on, right? But first of all, you have to know what you want, and then you have to allow that change. You have to be okay with it. And of course, it's gonna require effort and focus and concentration, and it's gonna be uncomfortable at first. But then once those new ways are instilled in you, it's just gonna very shortly, actually, if you are consistent. It's a repetition. You're gonna recode the ways of being. Yes, let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. And remember, you can always find lots of free materials, like on my website, also in my podcast, on my Facebook page. There's lots of free, very valuable resources that I put, together for you. And there's always private coaching, and you can always inquire about that too, where guidance is available. Because I understand that we are all unique. So this is the base. What I give you here and everywhere else on social media, it's a base, it's a foundation, but it can inspire you. You can do so much on your own as well, right? But then if you want someone to really hold your hand throughout the process, of course, we can talk about that too. Okay, my loves, this is all for today. And I know I stirred some juices in you, and I hope I inspired you to reflect on this topic of embodiment and identity upgrade. And as always, remember that you are worthy, and your enoughness as of now and ever and forever, they're just undeniable. So your only job is to stay fabulous. I'm sending you sunshine and virtual hugs wherever you are in the world. And till the next time. Mwah.
Please come back often for new episodes of Margo's podcast. To learn more about her and Chocolate Strawberries champagne programs, masterclasses and private coaching, visit Margo's websites at chocolatestrawberrieschampagne.com or facewellness.com. You can also connect with her on Facebook or Instagram.